I said, any little thing that they do now has me in panic. But yeah, about a year ago when that happened, it lasted about less than a minute. He seized, but it wasn't as strong as this time was. It was just a little one, you know, he had like, I want to say a light seizure. His body, you know, trembled a little bit. He responded to me right back when he stopped seizing. But that day when it happened, when they explained like a febrile seizure, I was like, okay, well, at that moment, he was sick. He had a fever, you know, even between alternating of Tylenol and Motrin, it still happened. But I understood then like why. So for this time to occur, like it threw me off because he hasn't been sick. Nothing showed that he was wrong with him. No sign of an ear infection for me knowing, you know. So for the last time it was normal and it was scary, but I didn't panic as bad as I did. And he didn't lose color and turn so blue the way he did this time. So, you know, what happened a year ago, it was scary, but it doesn't compare to this. And now I feel I have to literally closely monitor him even more. Like even just to play outside in the backyard. Normally if they're playing out there, I can run to the bathroom, I feel okay. Like I can be in the living room, they're okay. Because we live in a townhome community. We have a high fence, everything's locked. Out there, there's nothing that they can get into. We bug spray constantly, so there's no bugs. You know, of course there's ants that still come around in the grass and stuff, but we make sure there's no spiders out there. We wash up, you know, the patio and stuff. So when that happened, I was like, did a spider bite him? Was there a snake out? It's snake season, but it's the grass. Like my mom just got through mowing the grass not that long ago. Like so many things went into my mind, like why it happened. And then they explained he had an ear infection. But those moments are just, they really messed with my head. And I had to keep telling myself, Kat, you're pregnant, relax, Kat, relax. And in the hospital, I want to say her name was Jade. She was amazing with me and my son. And it was scary, I know, for Lalo, for my husband, because he works in Corona, and to call him and tell him how blue he was and what happened. You know, and I'm at my mom's. I was just visiting for the day to get my little sister. I was supposed to be back home already by like 9, probably 10 at night. You know, we thought. So by the time my husband got home from 9, it was supposed to be a normal day. But nothing's never normal in my life. But I told my husband, you know, don't speed over here especially from Corona to Lancaster. That's about an hour, good for sure, an hour and 45. My husband doesn't know that area either because I grew up out there. He's from out here. So I told him, you know, just follow your GPS. Don't panic and, you know, rush crazy. Just make it here safe because I need you here safe. But when he got there, like, of course I lost it. My emotions came out. But it was a very scary night. And just for, you know, parents to know too, your kid's sick, whether they've had one or not, just always monitor them. Mine didn't have symptoms of being sick. He had no symptoms of being sick whatsoever. So that's scary. And now I feel like with Rob, the first 2 nights I made sure he slept with us. We were on it, you know, and I'm on him with his, they gave us some antibiotics for him. But he has a follow-up appointment this coming week as well with his primary. But it's scary, you know, and I had a couple people reach out to me who dealt with it with on my Facebook and stuff. And one of my friends told me she found her kid blue. He had a seizure. And it's just so scary how the body can work. But when it comes to your kid too, anything, some of us, medical training, whatever, you know, it goes out the door when it's your loved one, it's a family member, and especially your kid. Like, this is why I call Rob my heart attack baby. But I'm just very thankful he's okay. His health, literally the next day, once we were home and everything, we were originally supposed to take my niece out the next day for a late birthday treat for her. I told her, like, you know what, I just need to keep an eye on him closely, and I don't even feel safe leaving him with anybody right now, just because everybody I know who I can trust and is safe, I know would be there for my kid. Just right now, I'm very protective over him even more because I'm so scared of it happening and not under my watch where, you know, something, God forbid, happens, it's mom's there, you know. But the next day, Saturday, he was a little groggy. He did sleep quite a bit, but he was playing. He was back to growling in his trucks and Transformers. But Ray, the next day, the first thing he came to me on my bedside was, Mom, Bobby's eyes, his eyes are closed, and he on the grass, and he's sick. And it made me really sad in my heart knowing like how vivid it was for you know, for Ray. But I wanted to share with you guys, especially for my moms out there, my parents out there, you never know what can happen in a split second. And literally, as all of that was happening and Rob was in my arms and that was going down, I was thinking of everything. Like literally, it's like a movie when they say, like, if you know those movies where it flashes back all those memories, like everything flashed back through birth, through everything, like through Bob, like it all, him being in my arms was just like, that's all I can envision. And it's just to not take any moment for granted with your kids, whether they drive me crazy. Mine drive me crazy. My boys are a handful. But now maybe even thinking more like, even if they're a handful, they're only going to be this small forever, and tomorrow isn't promised. But everybody from my Snapchat, my Instagram, my Facebook, my friends, we went to the store earlier, so that little clinking noise, Raymond got a treasure chest because he's been obsessed with like treasure from, was it Jake and the Pirates? So he's been playing with his little treasure chest. But it really makes you think of everything in perspective of like with your kids. And I mean, as parents, we all get frustrated. We get tired and we're just like, oh my gosh, shush it. Sit down, like 5 minutes, listen something, especially like, for you guys, but my boys are close in age. They are crazy. And now with the third one, I'm just like, it's literally like 4 years apart for Raymond and the baby. Okay, Ray and Rob are 2. Rob and this new baby will be 2 years, and then Raymond with the new baby will be 4 years, but they're all really close in age. So I know it's gonna be a wild ride, but with everything that happened with Rob made me realize more like, breathe, it's okay, let the kids be. Because I'm sincerely like, you just never know what can happen split second, whether it's a car accident, there's seizures, it's just something, it's still so clear in my head. And I wanted to share with you guys because, I mean, going on YouTube and everything, you put yourself out there for everything. And not only that, but for your parents, you know, for you guys really understand, like, these are real life things that happen to people. Not just myself or what happens with my son. I mean, it happens to other people. And it happens, and sometimes you just don't know what to do. So maybe if this will help somebody in the future to, when it happens, you know, like, roll them over on their side. Tilt their head up. Don't let, you know, their head hit the, you know, the ground, because, you know, they're seizing, their heads, they're laying there, their head's gonna hit the cement or the floor or whatever. Put something under there. I mean, like I said, it can happen in a split second and it all goes out the door, because it did for me. But if this video can in any way reference and help somebody to it, that'd be awesome. Because if it wasn't for that neighbor, I mean, my sister was on the phone 911, my mom was panicking, crying, trying to help the kids to all go inside. And the neighbor helped me, and she kind of remembered, like, it's okay, mama, relax, it's okay. You know, we're gonna roam over his side. And it got me to stop. I was screaming like a crazy lady in my mom's, like, front yard, like, screaming on top of my lungs. Probably somebody who live houses down, probably somebody's getting murdered, something's happening, because I was freaking out. But I want to thank everybody who has checked on us, who has checked on my kids, who has wished us the best. I thank you guys so much, because without some of my friends and my family, I probably wouldn't have been able to breathe through that night, because that night I was just, my nerves were shot. And they were shot, honestly, all day of Saturday too. Like, my husband's like, what's wrong? And he's like, he's okay now, like, he's home. And I'm like, you weren't there, like, you weren't there to see it, like, you didn't see what happened. And my husband felt bad because he's like, I'm sorry I wasn't there, you know. But of course he was working. It's not that I was blaming him, but it was still just so clear in my head. So I just thank everybody who's been there for us lately and wished my kids the best, us and everything, and for praying for all of us, because right now I need prayer to relieve these nerves, because they're crazy right now. They're sincerely, like, my emotions are so high, and like I keep going back and saying, I just try not to because of this pregnancy. I try breathing, and it's okay, Kat, he's home, he's safe. It could have been worse, but he's safe. But it made me think, you know, was when he was laying on the brick already, was he seizing? Because when I see him on the floor, like literally 2 seconds later, you know, he was blue. So it's just a scary thing, and I wish it on nobody. And just keep the kids, you know, your kids close an eye, especially when they're sick, because you just never know. You know, I stopped using baby monitors on my kids now for a while, because, you know, like I said, my youngest is 2 now. But now I'm like, I feel like I need a camera in the room for them. Like, so much can go wrong, because our rooms are literally so close, and we sleep with our doors open. So it's just, now I'm just like, do I need a camera just to peek on him at night? But thank you guys so much for listening to this. I'm sorry for getting so emotional. It's just, it's something I wanted to share with you guys, and that's why I said I didn't do my makeup. So I look like poop. This is mom life. This is me. When I don't go out, this is who I am. So, but I just wanted to share with you guys the story that happened, how scary it was. And I'm sorry if this video was so long, but it was really scary. And I hope you guys just understand why I shared it, to get the word out there of febrile seizures. When your kids are sick, temperature, even if they're not sick and you don't see no signs, just keep an eye on them. You know, just never know how your kid's body's gonna react. But I mean, thank you guys again so much for listening. If you guys are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. To my subscribers, thank you all for viewing as well. Like, comment, anything you guys want to feedback, go ahead and drop down below and let me know. I'm gonna go outside. It's a hot day. We have the AC on, but we're gonna go outside for a little bit. I'm gonna give the boys some ice cream and just hang out with them for a little bit. So I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll see you guys on my next video. So until next time, bye guys.